Alright, Crewton Ramone's House of Math.com, little lesson on square roots. Continue with the lesson we did with YouTube, and maybe reinforce that in 5 minutes more. We can make it clear, or even more clear. So here, you see a piece of wax or Play-Doh or whatever. That's basically a 2. And we're talking about what it means when we have the square root of 2. Okay, one side is the square root of 2. Because really what we're going to do is we're going to make a square that is 2. So here we can see it's a rectangle. But we took that, and the children can actually take the piece and shape it into a square as best they can with their fingers. And what you see here is now this has been turned into a square. So now the question becomes, what's one side? Well, one side of that, we have, and once again, directed discovery, don't just put this on here, I'm doing this for the video, but with you, you would have examples where the students tell you, finally come up with the realization that this is the square root of 2. So here, I have 1 and 2 in a rectangle, but if it's a square, that's the square root of 2, and that's the square root of 2. And you may want to take a look at this, so to show them how they come up with the square root of 2, because if you show them, oh, well, this is 4, and then isn't that the square root of 4? And if this is 9, then isn't that square root of 9? Which of course is 3, but still, we can call it square root of 9. Or this is 16, call it square root of 16. One side of it is square root of 16. Well, then if I have 2 here, what would that one side be? The clever students, after several of these examples, and I can keep going until they tell you, oh, that must be square root of 2. Now, once we get to there, we can start having fun by saying, well, now, instead of this just being 4, what if each one of those was a 2? Well, if each one of these is a 2, then that's 8. And this would be 18, and this would be 32 if each one of these was 2. So then all we have to do is count the sides, and we can see that 8 really is 1, 2, square roots of 2. And 18 really is just 1, 2, 3 square roots of 2. And 32 is 4 square roots of 2. Pretty simple. And all we're doing is really counting one side of that square, because when we talk about squares and square roots and square numbers, of course the shape we're dealing with is a square. But see, the kids never see this. They never see this. They just see the symbols. They don't see the blocks or the drawings. I mean, I've never seen a textbook that draws it out this way, ever. They just do the tree, and I can assure you, having tutored many children, they can do it that way, but they don't have the understanding of what they're doing. And, alright, that's it. See, look, very quick, fast, easy video talking about how to do square roots and show them as radicals, or using the prime numbers. And then, next thing, what if each one of these was 3? Well, then that would be a square root of 3, and this number would be 12, and each one of these was 3, that would be 27, and so on. So we can do any number by using our imagination and sticking in, well, what if that was a 5? So this would be 20, so we'd have 2 square roots of 5 over here. Anyway, we can put anything we want in these blocks, can't we? It could be 3s, 5s, 7s, etc. And then you can figure out how to make the numbers and how many that is. Anyway, that should get you well on your way to fooling around with lessons on square roots. And again, just in this little short 5 minutes, how long did it take me to develop all these and how to do these lessons? This is probably about a good hour, seriously, of math right here, where we go from talking about a 2 and then shaping it like this, and then talking about the sides and making them discover what the sides are, and then building more rectangles, counting them. And again, this is one thing, little children, young children, probably 5, 6, 7-year-old kids can take part in this lesson in varying degrees. But by the time they're 7, they can do all of this. By the time they're 8, for sure, no problem. It's fun, it's easy. Square roots don't have to be a mystery, and you don't have to wait till they're, teenagers to introduce them to the concept. Gee whiz. All right, Crewton Ramone's House of Math.com for more.